Welcome everybody to the first episode of Bromance Radio on FPRN. I'd like to welcome you to our first show. My name's Adam McFlapnogg. I'm your host. Also the co-host with me, or other host on the show here, is going to be Demonic. Welcome, Demonic, to your first show on FPRN.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. So basically, this is our new show. I already do one show here on FPRN, do the Copblock radio show on Wednesday nights, and decided to take it one step further and go beyond just police accountability, and decided to do it with a good friend that I've always had an enjoyable time talking to and debating with. So I thought it would be a great combination to give to you guys, and maybe give you guys something awesome to talk about and join us and join in this conversation.
Yeah, basically here at Bromance, we kind of see a lot of topics that people, they want to talk about, but they never really get a chance to. It might be too taboo, or, people don't really feel like they can comment on it. But we want people to think outside of the box a little bit, not really think, not have a one-track mind on stuff. See stuff from a lot of different perspectives. And we don't really want you to get to that point where you're, stuck in a one-track mind.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there. Basically, yeah, like Demonic said, is we want to show all the looks in each subject we talk about. We want to show you the pros, the cons, the different views from different angles. Different people are going to look at it different from a different lifestyle, and we want to show you all the views and let you make your own educated decision on your opinion. Basically, we're going to show you all the different viewpoints and debate over them on which way technically would be better or worse, and have fun with it.
Right, and at any time, we don't really want you guys to think that we're pushing a certain belief off on y'all. We don't want y'all to think we think that you have to think this way, or we're going to judge you, or somebody else is going to judge you. That's the whole point of this. We want y'all to form your own opinion, but still be given a look at every side, so that maybe you can make a more educated opinion than you could previously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. I think that's a lot of it. And I mean, we're going to be more than happy to take calls, get people's opinions on things after we've discussed it. And obviously, me and Dom are going to have our own opinions on things where we may not quite agree with you on a topic, or agree with each other. And so I think it could make it interesting. So, basically, Dom, you wanna start off with kind of about yourself and you want to give everybody a kind of a shot in the dark of your viewpoints on life?
Yeah, name's Dom. I moved around a lot, had a lot of different, looks on life. I've been in small town living. I've lived big cities, so I've gotten a chance to see different parts of the country and see how people react in different settings, I guess. And it's crazy how different people view things just depending on where you live. So that's given me a really good chance to kind of open my mind up a little bit and kind of form my own unique perspective. So I kind of bring, that aspect of it to Bromance Radio. I get to see, y'all's points of view a lot better, and I think I'm really in touch with the people a lot more because of that. So a lot of times, you'll see me not necessarily side with you guys, but I'll understand, I'll get where you're coming from. Doesn't mean I won't debate and I won't argue with you guys about it, because really good at that too, and I really do like a good debate. So I've always been on being on that, but I don't know. It just having that luxury just really helped me out a lot, seeing things, I guess, from a different light.
Good stuff. So basically, I guess I'll just kind of shoot from, mine here, since you finished up yours. Basically, well, what? I'm involved with Copblock pretty heavily. Like I said, I do the Copblock radio show. I try to go out when I can with friends and family and whatnot, and record the police and show an objective record to police interactions. Been pretty involved in that in the last almost 2 years, I think. Quite a bit, and do a lot of stuff on Facebook with that. Just recently, I actually invested pretty heavily myself into growing and producing medical marijuana here in the state of Washington, because they legalized medical marijuana, and then short after legalized recreational use just this year. So I've taken my direction, and I don't know, taken a step towards that direction in my life, and trying to participate in this growing economy of what is marijuana, medical and recreational, and really trying to help, in my opinion, help the movement towards making it a more common thing and helping legalize it in other states. Other than that, like Dom said, I again moved a lot as a child, moved around all over the place. I think by the time I was, if I remember correctly, by the time I was 13, I had lived in like 18 different houses in my life. So I moved around a lot as a child, lots of different schools, met lots of different people. Never really got to sit down and settle in anywhere. So didn't have any really good longtime friends or anything like that. So my life's been weird. I think with that, though, it gives me a very unique perspective on things, kind of like Dom also, of being able to move around and see different things and see the way people look at things. And I think that's helped me open up to not just judge instantly and really be open to getting to know someone. You can't judge a book by its cover. You really got to look and look at the whole perspective before you can make a judgment on anything.
Definitely well put. Want to go ahead and hop into what we're going to discuss tonight now?
I think so. I think we can go in the first topic, and I think we'll kind of talk about it for a minute. We'll talk about some pros and cons of it, and then we have a clip to play, and then I think we can probably take some calls on people's opinions on it.
Right, sounds good. Kind of going what Adam was talking about with the legalization of not only medicinal but recreational use of marijuana in Washington. It's such a controversial topic, nationwide right now. So we figured it'd be a really great, jump off topic for people. Lots of people, they see the pros and the cons, and I think that just nationwide, it's such a big ordeal. So I really wanted to get out and just talk about it and see what you guys thought about it and get people's, opinions and feedback. Adam obviously has a little bit better knowledge of it because he does it. I mean, he's in that, I guess, organization, if you want to call it that right now.
Yeah.
So I'll let him kick it off a little better, but.
Yeah, so basically, I think we can start with the main topic is going to be the legalization of marijuana across the country. I think I want to basically, we'll point out the pros and cons there. So basically, we're just going to kick this off. I know we've got tons of pros on the tax side of legalizing. I mean, there's a lot of people that are against having it taxed and don't want the state to be able to get a piece of the tax at all. They don't think that the state deserves that money to create revenue from this plant that's here on our planet that grows naturally. We've chosen to turn it into this horrible plant that's not supposed to be grown, and there's tons of benefits to it. There's still so much to learn about this plant that we haven't learned about it, and so to instantly close your eyes and be like, no, it's a bad plant because I was told it was a bad plant is in my appointment kind of null and void. I'm like, you need to really open your eyes and look at this plant and look at these benefits. There may be some negatives to it, and I'm sure we're going to find some. We haven't really truly found any like true horrible side effects yet, in my opinion. I mean, you could have a different opinion.
Right. And I mean, I'm pretty much, I guess, right there with you on that as far as, the pros for it. There is obviously still a lot of research that needs to be done. People, I think it's a fear of it more than anything because they've been conditioned to hear that it is such a horrible thing and it's such a bad thing. People throw up the word gateway drug and all this kind of stuff where it's going to lead to bigger and harder things. But, nobody really, I don't think a lot of people have done too much research on it, until the last couple of years. And I think it's just a knowledge thing, man. I think people just have to get out there and kind of make a new opinion on it for themselves. Don't just go by what people tell you. Don't go by what you hear. Form your own solid opinion on it.
Oh, completely. And I think, again, still, we have a long ways to go before it's all the information is out there still on what this plant can do, what it's about, what it can be used for, the bad things it could cause. There's still so much more to go on still to really make a decision on an opinion on if it's a good or bad plant still. I think we're just too early into it. There's so much we still have to learn about this. I mean, we've come up with these awesome discoveries within the last couple of years, and this is just the breaking point. I mean, we're just starting. We haven't touched this like at all yet. And so like I said, we've got the issue of the taxes, the state and the government wanting their cut of it, and a lot of people are against that. Also, we have, like you said, the people calling it a gateway drug, and so we've got to look at it from that perspective of the people, referring to it as a gateway drug. There's been many conversations about the gateway theory and calling it ridiculous to the form of, hey, look, I drank milk as a child, and now I drink alcohol, so that means milk's a gateway drug. Well, it doesn't quite work that way. So, I mean, and then you've got the issue of, okay, so marijuana is very readily available all over the country. I remembered as a teenager, it was like the easiest thing to get a hold of that was illegal, other than alcohol. It was extremely easy to come by. Everybody had it. You could get it from anybody. And so I think that's their main reason for calling it a gateway drug, because it's so accessible that if someone's looking to get high, per se, that's the cheapest, quickest, easiest thing to get a hold of. Now, say heroin or cocaine was cheaper and more readily available, people would probably choose that first and start with that if you're going to go on this line of a gateway theory. So it's you really can't call it a gateway because it's just the most readily available. It's not its fault for being the gateway drug and leading you to do other things at all. You can't blame it for doing that.
Right, and I think more so in our economy nowadays, it's kind of like you were saying. It's a readily available and affordable drug. It's not something that you have to pay a high amount for. It's not something that you're going to go and spend half your paycheck on just to get that rush or that high that you might be looking for. But I guess that's in a recreational standpoint. Back to what you were talking about with the taxes, though. Yeah. I'm not necessarily against, the state and the government putting their hands in the pocket on that one. Mm-hmm. Just because if this did go on such a grand scale, how much are we in debt right now? I mean, I know it's in the hundreds of trillions of dollars, right?
Oh yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I mean, if this goes nationwide and the government starts taking, a percentage from every state that's doing it, it's going to be pretty much as large as the tobacco industry, in my opinion. I mean, if not bigger.
Oh, I could easily see it skyrocketing right past it, easily.
Right.
And with what Colorado's done with their legalization and open up stores, it's the money that's going to be involved in this is just insane.
Right.
The amount of money that's here.
Why not take that and start putting it towards the debt we have? Instead of saying, oh, we're going to do it for, this reason, or it's going to help fund this branch, or that. No, just get it, make it chunk away at the debt, get us out of debt.
No, I like the theory
back to being our country.
I love the theory of getting us out of debt with this money. But truthfully, I mean, was it our fault that we're in debt like this? Is it our responsibility to bring us out of debt? It wasn't our fault that we were this far in debt. It's not our problem. It wasn't our mistakes that made us go this far into debt. So why should we have to pay it back? I mean, this was the state's choices and the government's choices that put us in debt.
And I see that, but at the same time, I also see this is our country. We